now, one of our biggest concerns is we're collecting dog food. Unfortunately, we didn't find a lot of cats in this, so it's mostly just dog food that we're asking for, so that once the HSUS leaves at the end of the month, we'll have enough feed to feed these people's animals in the community. So that way, that's one burden, one cost that they don't have to worry about. We can, supply them with dog food. We have a month's supply, and our goal is to at least feed them for 3 months, if not longer, because that's just one more expense.
Right.
These people don't need.
And there's so much devastation there. It's so hard for people to take care of their everyday things as well as their animals. I mean, this is just an outreach to them.
Exactly. That's why some of the animals that are at the shelter, I think we have 8 or 10 that I feel like we'll house for quite some time until these people get on their feet. Once they do get their lives back together, the one family in particular, she lost her mother, and they have, I think they have 6 dogs left. We are planning on we're going to call it a work day, and all of our Forever Friends volunteers or anyone from the community that wants to, we're going to try to get some fencing materials donated and fence the yard in.
Well, that brings me to my next question. How can people get involved and volunteer and be a part of this?
Anyone who wants to volunteer, I can give you my number, and then I will refer you on to our volunteer coordinator.
Okay.
I apologize, I don't know her number.
Oh, that's all right.
Off the top of my head. It's 606-224-7924.
7924.
Yes.
All right.
And we can always use help. We have a temporary shelter. The HSUS set a temporary shelter up for us at one of the hangars at the airport. And we always need help walking those dogs, cleaning cages.
Exactly.
And then we're still going. I'm trying to go out twice a week into the community, me and some of the other volunteers from Forever Friends, and deliver dog food to those people who need it. And there's just always something that someone can do with an animal. The animals keep you busy.
And a lot of people don't stop and think about this. To a lot of people, their animals are just like a part of their family.
Oh, yes.
Close.
Yes.
And this really means so much to people, that you're taking the time and doing this, because, they're under so much devastation. It's going to take months and months for them to rebuild and to get everything organized. And no doubt they're worried about their animals. They're worried about, their personal belongings and things like that as well.
Yeah, it's like the one family in particular that she lost her mother. Some of these dogs belong to her mother, so that's like the last living, caring thing, because animals give that emotion, they give that love right back. Right. So to me, I feel like it's something that we need, Forever Friends really needs to work on, so that she has a great place to house these animals and feed and take care of them, because that is one of the last things she's going to have to remember her mother by.
And a lot of people, when people mistreat animals, it just breaks my heart, because that's wrong. It's just so wrong. And it's like you see people all the time that drop off animals out in the wooded areas and leave them and things like that nature. And it's sad, how can people, if they see animals out and about, can they get them to the right place, that will help them?
They can always call Forever Friends. That's part of what we do. A couple of our members have spent hours and hours in the woods out by Cumberland Falls. They got a boxer and a beagle mix, I think, and they spent hours trying to find those dogs because someone had been hiking and seen them and called. Right. So, no animal really, nothing's too big or too small. We'll try. We'll try. We will always try to save anything that we can. And another thing that I think our organization does that I'm really proud of is we try to help the community with low-cost spays and neuters, and those people in the community that can't afford to have an animal spayed or neutered, we try to raise money and help them with that cost.
Very good. I had the animal shelter down here as a special guest not too long back, and there's such a demand for good homes for these animals,
Oh, yes.
I mean, if you're going to mistreat an animal, it's better that you would take it to the animal shelter or call Forever Friends and get it to somebody that's going to love it and take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. And my thoughts on that are you wouldn't treat a human like that.
No.
So, and to me, an animal is the next best thing. Actually, I joke all the time and say I like my animals more than I do people anyway. But, it's kind of like this project, you know, it's went, like I said, it's went beyond animals, and when
Right.
you work with animal rescue, it goes beyond animals because you network with so many people and you make so many friends, and it's like, you know, I have this huge family called Forever Friends.
Yeah.
That's my way of looking at
And
it.
I love the way that that's spelled too. It's F-U-R, fur, like the fur, you know, Ever Friends, and that's wonderful. And that really gets people's attention. So you need to get involved and support this organization because they're doing such a fine work out in the community and helping, making a difference in people's lives. You know, that's what we should be all about, showing love, care, kindness, compassion to people.
Exactly. That's, you know, any animal rescue you can say is a humane association. Well, what is the word humane? It's humanity.
Right.
It's every living creature. Everything.